الله الرحمن الرحيم. لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. إنا لله وإنا إليه راجعون. عظم الله أجورنا وأجوركم بمصابنا بسيدنا ومولانا أبي عبد الله الحسين عليه السلام، وجعلنا الله وإياكم من الطالبين بثأره بين يدي الإمام المنصور المؤيد المهدي من آل محمد. لبيك داعي الله لبيك، لبيك داعي الله لبيك، لبيك يا حسين. إن كان لم يجبك بدني عند استغاثتك ولساني عند استنصارك، فقد أجابك قلبي وسمعي وبصري. فلئن أخرتني الدهور وعاقني عن نصرك المقدور، ولم أكن لمن حاربك محاربا، ولمن نصب لك العداوة مناصبا، فلأندمنك صباحا ومساء، ولأبكين لك بدل الدموع دما. اغفر لي ولإخواني وزوار قبر أبي عبد الله الحسين عليه السلام، الذين أنفقوا أموالهم وأشخصوا أبدانهم رغبة في برنا ورجاء لما عندك في وصلتنا، وسرورا أدخلوه على نبيك صلى الله عليه وآله. فارحم تلك الخدود التي تقلبوا على ضريح أبي عبد الله، وارحم تلك الأعين التي جرت دموعها لنا، وارحم تلك القلوب التي احترقت لنا، وارحم تلك الصرخة التي كانت. اللهم إني أستودعك تلك الأنفس وتلك الأبدان حتى ترويهم من الحوض يوم العطش. The following is the narration of the journey of the granddaughters of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wa sallam from the land of Sham to the land of Karbala, from the land of Karbala to the land of Medina, to Medina to al-Baneen and the rest of Al-Muhammad. On the 1st of Safar, in the 61st year after Hijrah, the granddaughters of the Prophet entered Sham. Upon their entrance into Sham, Kulthum called out to Shamar bin al-Jawshan, I have two requests from you. He said to her, go ahead. She said, the first request, please allow us to enter from different gates, for we are not used to so many men staring at our faces. The second request is, please put a distance between the heads of our beloved ones and ourselves upon our entrance. He said to us, for your first request, I'll force all of you to enter Sham, all of you with all the men staring at you one by one. As for your second request, I'll keep the heads of your beloved even closer to you. When they entered Sham, a man came and cursed Imam Zayn al-Abidin alayhi salam. He said to him, curse be upon you, and our Lord has given Yazid victory over you. The Imam, while chained to the neck, chained around his ankles, chained around his wrists, turned around to the man and said to him, "Oh man, have you read the Quran?" The man said to him, "Yes, I have." He said to him, "Have you read the ayah? قُلْ لَا أَسْأَلُكُمْ عَلَيْهِ أَجْرًا إِلَّا الْمَوَدَّةَ فِي الْقُرْبَى." I do not ask from you anything except love for my family. He said to him, "Yes, I have." He said, "Have you read the ayah in the Quran? فَاعْلَمُوا أَنَّمَا غَنِمْتُم مِّن شَيْءٍ فَأَنَّ لِلَّهِ خُمُسَهُ وَلِلرَّسُولِ." He said to him, "Yes, I have." He said to him, "Have you read the ayah in the Quran? إِنَّمَا يُرِيدُ اللَّهُ لِيُذْهِبَ عَنْكُمُ الرِّجْسَ أَهْلَ الْبَيْتِ وَيُطَهِّرَكُمْ تَطْهِيرًا." He said to him, "Yes, I have." He said, "Do you know who those verses refer to?" He said to him, "Yes, I do." He said to him, "Tell me." He said, "Al-Bayt al-Rasul." He said to him, "Oh man, do you know who we are?" He said, "We are told that you're a group of rebels from Karbala." He said, "We are the family of Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wa sallam." The man began to strike his face. He said to him, "And who are you?" He said, "Ana Ali ibn al-Hoseine." He said to him, "Forgive me, I beg you, forgive me. They didn't tell me that you are the family of Rasulullah. Is there any way that Allah will forgive me?" The man turned around and the Imam said, "Allah will forgive you, for He is the all-forgiving." At that moment the man called out, "Oh Allah, forgive me for insulting Al-Muhammad." The narrations tell us that when this man was caught later on, Yazid ordered that he be executed for what he did. Sahal bin Sa'ad al-Sa'idi narrates, he said, "I was on my way to Bayt al-Maqdis. I saw Sham in a frenzy, with people smiling and laughing and full of joy. I asked someone, is there an Eid in Sham today? يوم تبركت به بني أمية. Is there an Eid in Sham today?" At that moment the person replied, "Oh man, you must be an Arab nomad." He said to him, "No, I am Sa'ad bin Sa'ad al-Sa'idi, companion of Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa alihi." The man at that moment said, "Do not be surprised if the heavens weep. Do not be surprised if the earth swallows its inhabitants. That is the family of Rasulullah, their parade. The people are in joy about killing them one by one." Sa'ad narrates that at that moment I turned around and I saw heads on a spear, and the first head I saw was Abul Fant. And I saw the beautiful moon that was Abul Fant. I saw the light shining from the face of Abul Fant. I asked him, "Oh Sahel, how deep was the arrow in the eye of Abul Fant?" He said, "Then I turned around and I saw the face of Abi Abdullah. I saw the brows that connected. I saw the moon that was full of light. Then I turned around and I saw Zayn al-Abidin. I came to him and I said to him, "Oh man, can I give you anything that you want? I am Sa'ad bin Sa'ad al-Sa'idi, companion of your grandfather Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wa sallam." The Imam said to him, "Oh Sahal, do you mind taking this money and asking them to remove the heads from being near us, for it's causing pain to the daughters of Al-Muhammad?" Sahal narrates that I went and I gave 100 dirhams towards a man so that he could distance the spears with the heads of Abul Fadl and of Abu Abdullah, of Akbar and of Qasim, and of the 6-month-old baby next to them. At that moment, He said, the Imam said to me, "Oh Sad, do you mind buying me a piece of cloth?" I asked him why. He said, "Bring me the piece of cloth, I beg you." When I bought the piece of cloth, I thought he wanted to wear it, but then I saw him place the cloth between the chain and the neck. He said to me, "Oh Sad, since Karbala there's been nothing between this chain and this." Ya Allah, take my tears to Jannat al-Baqi', take. Ya Allah, lay my cheeks on the sand of Baqi', I beg you lay them next to Zayn al-Abidin and al-Baneen, and next to the rest of Al-Muhammad. At that moment, Ibrahim bin Talha came to Imam Zayn al-Abidin. He said to him, "How have you found what Allah has done to you? Do you think that you are victorious?" The Imam said, "Oh Ibrahim, wait for the adhan, then you'll know who was victorious in Karbala." The Imam says they made us walk through the bazaar of Sham. He said, "I saw a man poke my auntie Zainab with a spear." Take your tears to Sham right now, I beg you, all of you, take. Take your tears to the stranger of Sham, take. He said the man poked the spear and poked his spear into the waist of my auntie Zainab. He said then all of a sudden as I was turning around, a man poured boiling water on my turban. And that's why when they asked Zayn al-Abidin, what was the worst of the moments for you, he called out, "Asham, Asham, Asham." Then he said, I heard a cry call out, "Oh people who lost lives at Khandaq and Khaybar, these are the daughters of the man who was victorious at both." People began to hit Sukaina and Ruqayya. They begin to hit Zainab and Kulthum, Layla one way and Rabab the other. They took us towards the ruins of Sham, while some narrate that the Imam had a younger daughter in the ruins of Sham. That night was a cold night for Al-Muhammad. That night all of a sudden, the daughter of Abi Abdullah woke up and said, "I want to see my father, bring him to me." She was only 3.5, 4 years of age at the time. Yazid called out, "What does she want?" They said, "She wants to see her father." He said, "Very well, take her father towards her." They brought the head of Abu Abdullah in a bowl. Ruqayya looked towards it and said, "My auntie, I'm not hungry. Why do they bring me food? I want to see my father." The moment she removed the bowl, she saw the holy head of Abu Abdullah. She fell on the head and called out, "Father, who severed your head from your body? Father, who dyed your head with all that blood? Father, who is there for the orphans of Al-Muhammad after you?" At that moment, Imam called out, "Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un." The very next day, they woke up Al-Muhammad and they ordered them to come into the court of Yazid. When they ordered them, Yazid had made a parade where he had invited the wealthiest of businessmen and the top ambassadors from the Arabian Empire. He told them all come so he could show them what had happened, so he could show them what took place with Al-Muhammad. At that moment, the narrations mentioned to us that Yazid called out with the ambassador next to him. The Yazid called out at that moment, to the ambassador next to him, pick of these ladies, whoever you would like. Pick of these ladies, whoever you would like. The ambassador looked around. He saw Sukaina, daughter of Hoseine, who's subtitled Sakina, daughter of Hoseine. He said, I want her, bring her to me. For every mother in this hall, may Allah never show you a day where your daughters are sold as captives. Sakina turned around and said, my auntie Zainab, first they take Aba Abdullah and now they make me a captain. To which her auntie said, no way Yazid. Yazid said, how dare you say that? Said, oh Yazid, if it wasn't for my grandfather, your father would never have been freed. At that moment a Roman ambassador was next to Yazid. He said to him, Yazid, what did she just say? What did she mean, her grandfather? He said, these are the granddaughters of Mohammed. He said to him, Mohammed who bought the religion? He said to him, yes. He said, oh Yazid, we have the hoof of the donkey of Jesus, and the people of our area respect us because of that. And you have the granddaughters of your prophet, and you parade them in the streets with no one to look after them. He said to him, I'll kill you if you continue. He replied, oh Yazid, go ahead and kill me. I saw the mother of that man whose head is there last night in my dream. Hoseine, accept our tears in Karbala this afternoon. I saw the mother of that man in my dream, and she said to me, you will be joining us, and I will join them, and if you want to kill me, then kill me. At that moment, Yazid, having paraded them, saw Sayyida Zainab stand up in front of him, whipped by the whips of Shimr bin al-Jawshan, pelted with stones by the people who she saw. But she stood up with the grace of her father Amir al-Mu'mineen, and she delivered her famous sermon. All praise is due to Allah, Lord of all the worlds, and peace and blessings be on His Prophet. And Allah was right when He said, evil will be the end for those who committed evil, because they rejected our communications and used to mock at them. Oh Yazid, do you think that God has made you honorable and made us contemptible, now that in your belief you blocked the earth zones and the heavens horizons, and you've left no solution for us? Do you think that your reputation before God has led you to victory? You grow with pleasure now that the world has turned for you. Our government is allocated to you, and our affairs are with you. Get off your high horse. Have you not read in the Quran when Allah says that not those who disbelieve think that our granting them respite is good for their souls? Rather, we grant them respite so they may add to their sins, and for them there is a painful chastisement. O Yazid, O you whose father was freed by my grandfather, is it fair that you place your wives behind the curtain, while there's no curtain for the daughters of Rasulullah? Is it fair that you disgrace us by unveiling our faces, so that all can see us, from the stranger to the acquaintance, from the noble to the ignoble, while there is none to defend us. How can I hope for sympathy and compassion from someone whose grandmother chewed the liver of the nobles, and he was born from the flesh of the martyrs? But this is not unusual, since you've always seen us as adversaries. You don't consider yourself as a sinner, nor do you look down at this mortal blow. You boast about your disbeliever ancestors, wishing that they were present so that they could see what you have done. You've shed the blood of the children of Abdul Muttalib, the heavenly stars on earth, and you add insult to injury and make this wound even deeper by poking the lips of Abu Abdullah and by poking the eyes of Abu Abdullah. But we'll be patient, since soon you'll be joining them. Then you'll wish that your hands had withered away and that you were deaf and dumb, so that you would not have acted what you've acted or said what you've said. O Yazid, by Allah you've cloven your own skin and flesh. Soon you'll meet the messenger of Allah, where Allah turns distress into tranquility and takes vengeance for him. You've shed the blood of his household, you've held his children as captives. But as the Quran says, do not count those who have died in the way of Allah as being dead. Rather they are alive, receiving sustenance from their Lord. Enough for us is that Allah is the judge, Muhammad is the leader, and Jibreel is the supporter. Those who pave the way for you to dominate over us will soon find out what the retribution is for the oppressor, whose army is weaker and whose thoughts are inferior. Although the blight has made me speak to you, O Yazid, I find speaking to you of little value, but scolding you is great. Allahu Akbar. But scolding you is great, O Yazid. Although the blight has made me speak to you, I find speaking to you of little value, but scolding you is great. Therefore I'll continue to scold you. The eyes are tearful and the heart is sorrowful. How ironic it is that the members of the party of Allah are killed by the members of the party of Shaitan. Our blood drips from your pores and our flesh drips from your teeth. But we'll be patient, for I have trust in Allah, although I remember those bodies that lie in the ground in Karbala. O Yazid, and this is for all of us, O Yazid, however hard you try, you'll never obliterate our love and our memory from the hearts of the people. O Yazid, however hard you try, you'll never obliterate our love and our hearts, our love and our heart from the love of the people. Your ideas are unstable and your government is transitory. Soon you'll meet Allah, where you'll hear the cry, Ala la'natullah ala al-qawm al-zalimin. Oh Allah, I thank you for giving us happiness, giving us martyrdom, and giving us blessings. And all I ask from you is to recompense the shuhada of Karbala. The moment she sat down, Imam Zain al-Abidin stood up in front of Yazid, gave his memorable sermon that shook the palace of Yazid and forced Yazid to return Al-Muhammad back to their homes. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has granted us 6, and He has given us excellence in 7. He has granted us knowledge, patience, eloquence, forbearance, generosity, and the believer's affection for us. He has given us excellence in 7. Is not from us is the chosen prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wa sallam. From us is the chosen Ali. From us is Ja'far, who flies with wings. From us is Hamza, the lion of God and the lion of his prophet. From us is Fatima al-Zahra. From us are Hassan and Hussein. And from us is Al-Mahdi min Ali Muhammad. Those of you who know me, know me. Those of you who don't, let me tell you who I am. I am the son of Mecca and Mina. I am the son of Zamzam and Safa. I am the son of the man who held the black stone in his robe, and the best of them to circumambulate the Kaaba. I am the son of the man who was taken by Buraq through the air. I am the son of the man who led the angels in prayer. I am the son of the man who was taken to Sidrat al-Muntaha. I am the son of Mohammed al-Mustafa sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wa sallam. I am the son of Ali al-Murtada, the man who fought the disbelievers until they said La ilaha illallah. I am the son of the man who fought with 2 swords and 2 spears, who went on 2 migrations. I am the son of the man who fought at Badr and Uhud and Hunayn. I am the son of the believers, pious one, descendant of the prophets, annihilator of the polytheists, commander of the faithful, glorious of the worshippers, honorable of the fighters. I am the son of the man who was the first to come to the call of Allah and His Prophet and did not disbelieve for even the twinkling of an eye. I am the son of the man who was the arrow of Allah targeting the hypocrites and the garden of the treasure of His wisdom, the best of men in prayer, the best of them in fasting, pure from every single possible impurity. I am the son of a Mekki and a Madani, a Khayfi and a Aqabi, a Muhajiri and an Ansari, a Badri and a Uhudi. I am the son of the father and the inheritor of the Mash'arain. I am the son of the father of Hassan and Hussein. That's my grandfather Ali ibn Abi Talib. I am the son of the lady who was deemed pure on the earth. That's my mother Fatima al-Zahra. I am the son of the man whose body lies on the ground in Karbala. I am the son of the man whose body lies on the ground in Karbala, for whom all the angels and the jinn continue to weep, surrounded by the beasts of that earth. At that moment Yazid called out, recite the adhan, and stopped the man in his talk. When they recited the adhan, they called out Allahu Akbar, to which the Imam replied, there is no God but Allah. At that moment, they called out Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah, to which the Imam replied, all my body and all my parts and my flesh testify that there is no God but Allah. Then they called out Ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah. The moment they called that out, the Imam called out, is Muhammad your grandfather or is he mine? If you claim that he is yours, then you are a liar. But if you claim he is mine, then why have you done that to his son at Karbala? The people were in shock. Many realized that this was the family of the Prophet. Yes, he knew he was in difficulty. He called out towards Sayyida Zainab, what can I give you? She said, you cannot give to me what you've taken away. He said to her, tell me, what can I give you? She said, give us our heads. Give us our heads back. At that moment, Yazid called Nu'man bin Bashir, father-in-law of Mukhtar al-Thaqafi, and he said to him, return them back to where they want to go. And Nu'man asked Sayyida Zainab, where do you want to go? She told Imam Zain al-Abidin, take us back to Medina, but via Karbala. Allahu Akbar. All of them wanted to return back to Karbala. At that moment, they left Sham, they headed towards Karbala. On the other end, you had Jabir bin Abdullah al-Ansari, who had come to Karbala with his companion Atiyya al-Awfi. On their way there, Jabir was told that there were people who were coming towards the grave of Abu Abdullah. Jabir told Atiyah, if it's Ibn Ziyad, then cover yourself. When Atiyah got closer, he saw it was Zayn al-Abidin. The moment Jabir heard this, he said, take me to the grave of Abu Abdullah, I beg you take me. When he got there, the first thing he did, and inshallah all of us could do, he called out 3 times, Ya Hoseine. All of you in one voice, Ya Hoseine, Ya Hoseine, Ya Hoseine. He said, is this the way that the beloved doesn't reply back to his lover? When Imam Zayn al-Abidin returned, the first thing he did was he went to the grave of Abu Abdullah on the 40th that all of us honor today. He opened the grave, he put the head back into the body, and he heard a voice, the baby, place the baby on my chest. And his neck, place his neck on my neck. Don't you know that the arrow of Harmala hurts me until today? All the mothers began to go towards their son. Layla went looking for Akbar's body, and she called out, please, don't sting the body of my baby, I beg you. Ramla went towards Qasim's body. Rabab somehow tried to look at her body. Zainab went towards Abbas's body. Allahu Akbar. Aban Fad, where were you when they slapped me? Where were you when they slapped me? Where were you when they pelted me with stones? Where were you when they ripped my hijab off? She walked back towards the body of Abu Abdullah. She said to him, Abu Abdullah, I looked after all of the trust that you gave me, but I left a young one in Shah. You told me to look after her. Forgive me, Abu Abdullah. Forgive me, I beg you, Abu Abdullah. I left her alone in that grave in Sham. At that moment they all gathered together. They wanted to leave Karbala. Rabab called out, leave me next to Abu Abdullah. They said to her, Rabab, come with us. She said, let me die next to Abu Abdullah. Some narrations mention that she stayed behind. Other narrations mention that she came with them. They were returning back to Medina because they wanted to see Al-Bani. And they wanted to see Fatima Sughra, daughter of Abu Abdullah. Al-Bani had heard Bishr bin Haddam call out that there is news from Karbala. She had come towards him. She said to him, tell me what happened in Karbala. He asked them, who is this lady? They said to him, do you not know? That's the mother of Abbas and the brothers of Abbas. At that moment, he called out and he said to her, may Allah reward you over the death of your son Ja'far. She called out, tell me about Abu Abdullah, tell me. May Allah reward you over the death of your son Aun. She said, tell me about Abu Abdullah, tell me. May Allah reward you over the death of your son Uthman. She said, tell me about Abu Abdullah, tell me. May Allah reward you over the death of your son Abbas. When she heard Abu al-Fadl's name, she dropped Abu al-Fadl's child on the ground. if you're in the majlis, answer the hajat of all your lovers today. There are many who have wishes. There are many who have difficulties. Our Al-Hoseine stand up for all of them. But I don't blame you when you fell when you heard Abbas. Even after falling, she called out, tell me about Ammar Abdullah, I beg you tell me. The poets narrator to have said, if you gave me 70 Abbas, and you gave me all the heavens and all the earth, I'd swap all of them to see the head of Ammar Abdullah. When Sayyida Zainab returned back towards the house, she said to Bibi Fidda, do not let anyone come and enter the house. All of a sudden there was a knock on the door. Bibi Fidda came. She said, oh Sayyida, shall I answer? The reply was, go ahead. She went and she opened the door, and at that moment she saw Al-Baneen, mother of Abbas. She turned around and she said, oh Zainab, it's Al-Baneen, mother of Al-Fadl. Sayyida Zainab at that moment called out, Wa Abbas. To which Al-Baneen called out, Wa Hoseine. Tell me, I beg you, tell me about Abdullah. What did he go through when he lay on the ground? And tell me how many arrows were on his body when he lay on the ground. And tell me, could I have quenched his thirst when he lay on the ground? And tell me what a patience did his mother Fatima have when she saw a shimmer on his chest. Zainab could not reply, but she said, let me tell you about the patience of Ibn Fadl. I wish you had seen when his right arm fell. And then you had seen in the left arm. But you never saw the eye with the arrows. Oh my Baneen, he wouldn't call Ammar Abdullah by his name. He kept on saying, Sayyidi Ammar Abdullah, even when he lay on the ground. Did he return back to you? Did he tell me? I beg you, tell me. She said to her, no, he didn't. Why? He didn't want to let down Sukaina. At that moment, they heard a voice calling out, where's my baby brother? Tell me, where is he? When you left, you took my brother with you, you took him. If you don't have my baby brother, show me Akbar, where is he? And if Akbar's not there, Al-Fadl, where is he? And if you removed all of them, show me my father, I beg you, let me